All right, guys, welcome. So here I am today with the AtomX Cast. It's something I want to do a video about since I got it yesterday. I was very excited. I got up quite early today to do the video. And to my surprise, I happened to find out that the AtomX Cast does not work. So here's the problem. If Atomos releases a product, and that is this AtomX Cast, I would expect for them to actually put out the proper firmware for it to work with the Ninja. That has not happened. I got an email after I put out the short that I'm hoping you guys have seen. And I got an email saying that it will not be released until next week. Kind of sad, I would say, because I'm gonna be on vacation next week. What I'm gonna do is actually just give you guys an unveil of what this product looks like, what it might be able to do, and so forth. But as far as I can tell you, well, I can't tell what it can or cannot do because it just does not connect. The only thing that I know is that it only shows the fact that it has the AtomX. If I go to AtomX here, it says the base module is invalid. So as far as the AtomX goes, what you need here is two things. You need your Ninja, you need the AtomX, and you also need the Ninja's power supply that it comes with. If you've lost it, you're probably going to need to buy a new one because it does not come with it. It also comes with a cable, USB-C cable for you to connect to your laptop, to your computer, and for you to broadcast directly to it as if it was a webcam. You have this little handle that comes with it, and I'm guessing this is for the Angelbird's small containers, so you can actually put a handle on it and pull it out. So this case I have here is quite large, so it actually sticks out on the actual Ninja, therefore you can just pull it in and out without a problem. But when you have the smaller ones, I guess that's what this thing is for, so you can actually put this handle on it so you can pull it in and out. The manual is pretty simple, straightforward. There you go. This is the manual, and that's all you get. There's nothing really to it. It's supposed to be a very straightforward kind of device. It's supposed to work directly with your computer. It's supposed to accept it as a webcam, and it's supposed to actually let you multitask this with OBS. Once you have OBS attached to this, you can do a lot of things with it as if it was all within, kind of like the Atom Mini Pro and the Atom Mini Extreme, more like the Extreme. Apparently this thing has most of the features of the Extreme, except with all the bells and whistles. Based on that, I'm really looking forward to see how it would work with OBS. But for now, there's nothing to it really. So the only thing I can do for now is show you guys at least the ports. There we go. You have your HDMI ports. You have your power supply, port 1, 2, 3. No, that's port 4. 3, 2, 1. And then you have your HDMI out plus your USB-C out right here. All of those will work once the firmware comes out. Plus you also be able to use the ports here in the front, which is your HDMI in and your HDMI out. This one will work as an external monitor or a program. Back again. So also the other problem there seems to be is that it's extremely fragile. You cannot really move this device from its place. If you move the device from its place, there's a chance that it will power off by itself. I'm not sure if it's got very weak contacts or the fact that it's just motion sensitive. So that's happened to me already a couple of times today where like I just move it or move the HDMI port and it just goes out of whack. So back to what I was talking about. It has the ports on the side. You have your HDMI in, your HDMI out. The out portion, you can use it as two things on the actual Ninja. So the HDMI out on the Ninja, you can use it as program out or multi-view cams. I cannot attest to that yet until actually I can get this to work, but apparently you can do that. Kind of like the Atom Extreme. The two HDMI outs out, one native on the back on the actual cast and one on the Ninja. So you can use two of them right there, plus the cast to go onto your laptop. The switches here in the front, that would be only to switch between cameras. You can switch up to 4 cameras. If you have a device that has HDMI out, you can connect it to the cast and that will take care of everything. It also works kind of like the Atom Mini where it doesn't have to be on the same frame rate. All of them can be at different frame rates, all the way from 24 to 60. And this will convert it to the proper frame rate that you require. Out of the cast itself, apparently it can only do 30 frames per second, but if you were to use one of the ports, one of the HDMI ports and connect it to your computer, that will give you up to 60 frames per second, 1080. But that would also require for you to get an additional HDMI capture card for your computer. Like the other device that I have, the Elgato Camcast 4K, that device will work perfect with this thing to capture up to 60 frames per second. Now that's an additional cost on top of this, But if you want 60 frames per second, that's the way to go about it. Otherwise, you're stuck with 30 frames per second coming out of the USB-C port here connected to your computer. So that's what I have for you guys here today. Unfortunately, there's not more I can show you because it just doesn't work. It's a nice little device that's connected here with the Ninja, and that makes it so compact that I really like. The only thing I do not like thus far is the fact that any kind of movement will turn this thing off, and that I hope it's addressed soon, and I will address that to Atomos as well. But the fact that they're telling me everything's delayed and that the firmware for this device is not coming out until next week, maybe? Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. That seems to be kind of rushed, if you want to say, because if it's going to come out, make it work. If it's not going to work, then don't put it out yet, you know? Looking forward to create a video about this in the near future, hoping by the end of next week, I guess, because until the firmware update comes out, there's nothing I can do about it. So until Atomos decides to put up a new firmware update, we're stuck with the Ninja being a single device that cannot really use the multi-ports that it should be available to use. But until then, nothing can be done. So if you do not mind, please like, subscribe to this channel, and I'll showcase this device as soon as it's available and the firmwares come out. So until then, thank you, and I'll see you next time.